How's it going? Hope you're doing well. We're doing fine. Really, really, really grateful that I still have these classes to do. Um, I'm grateful for a lot else, like my health and my home and my mat. For our practice today, you're gonna need a blanket. Any kind of blanket will do. I've got something like this, but it doesn't really matter. Something that's not sticky. And then hopefully using on a hardwood floor or other kind of slippery surface. If you're not, don't worry about it. I will give modifications to what to do if you're on a carpet, because then the blanket thing is not going to work. But we'll get to that when we do. But if you are on a hardwood floor and you have a blanket, have it ready so that you can use it for your practice. Let's get started. We'll start lying on backs. So coming onto your back on the mat. You can send your legs long if that's comfortable for you, and then just open palms to the sky, closing the eyes. If lying flat on your back is not comfortable, just bend your knees, taking the sole of the feet to the floor, and that might take a little bit of the sway out of your low back and make it a bit more comfortable to just lie. But wherever you are, it's taking a moment to tune out noise and the clatter and the chatter that's happening in your brain. Sometimes when we spend a lot of time alone, those voices in our head get even louder. So just instead of giving those voices attention for this moment, just tuning your attention instead onto what's happening right now in your body. Feeling the parts of you that feel weighted. Feeling the parts of you that already feel light. Maybe noticing the texture of your skin, the quality of your breath. Let's bring our breath together by drawing in a nice, long, slow, big inhale. At the top of your breath, hold it for a beat. Open your mouth wide and exhale. One more like that, big inhale. Fully expanding and opening with your breath. Holding for a beat and releasing. Draw knees up into the chest, and then keep that mental check-in going as you start to find a little movement, circling your knees. As you do, keep your concentration also with your breath. So maybe you find a way to match your breath to your movement. So like perhaps inhaling as your knees are far away and exhaling as they draw in. Or inhaling for one whole cycle of breath and exhaling, for one whole circle with your knees and exhaling for the other. Let's switch direction, getting big or small with your movements, loosening up in your joints. Feeling into how you're doing on a physical level. Taking one more circle this direction. And then we'll lower the feet to the floor. Both feet come to the floor. And then let's hug right knee into the chest. And let's send your left foot long on the mat. With an inhale, we'll draw your forehead up towards your knee. With an exhale, releasing down. Inhale, drawing up. And exhale, release down. Maybe you let go with your hands and reach them alongside your body. So inhaling up. Exhale down. Last one like that. Inhaling up. Lifting your chin up towards your knee, holding here, and then let's lengthen your right leg to the sky, wrapping your hands around the back of your knee, interlacing your fingers. Let's lift the left foot. Heel of the right foot is drawing away, looking up towards your toes. And then let's release the hands again. Head, neck, and shoulders stay lifted, or you can relax them down if you're starting to get stressed in your neck. Let's switch legs. And switch. 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 Exhaling as you switch. Ending with your left leg in the air, hugging your left knee into the chest, relaxing head, neck, and shoulders down for a moment. Maybe taking a rock of your head side to side, relaxing your neck. Inhaling with an exhale, rounding up. Inhale, release down. Exhale, rounding up. Inhale to release down, and last one, exhale, rounding up, holding your arms out here, and then we'll inhale down. 3 like this, exhale to lift. Inhale, release down, and exhale to lift. Interlacing your hands around your knee, and then stretching your left foot to the sky, looking up past your left toes. 2 breaths. See if you can slow down your breath. Maybe even take it in and out through your nose. And we'll release down, hugging both knees into the chest. Little gentle rock side to side. Let's take the knees so that they're right over the hips, and then shins parallel to the floor. We'll take your hands, fingertips to the back of your skull, and then let's pick up head, neck, and shoulders. Low back is pressing into the mat a lot. Inhaling here. Exhale, right elbow crosses to your left knee as your right leg lengthens long. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side. So taking these really slow and controlled. Inhaling to center. Exhale. So like a slow cooker. Really finding all the fire, finding the juice. Inhale through center. Exhale, other side. One more to each side. And last one. Releasing down, releasing arms overhead. Knees windshield wide, side to side. Let's take hands, palms down alongside the body, rooting into your heels. Your heels are just below your seat. Let's walk the shoulder blades together a little bit so you're spread across your chest, across your collarbones and sternum. Up into a bridge. Taking a couple of breaths here, just enjoying the openness across the front of your chest, maybe using your breath to find a little bit more expanse in your chest. One more breath. We'll use an inhale to lower the seat halfway down, rooting into your heels a lot. Exhale to press all the way up, getting a squeeze not only in your glutes, but also in your hamstrings. Inhaling down, exhale, pressing up. So here too, moving slowly. It could be easy to get a little bit of momentum, kind of like swing through these, but let's be mindful. Let's make this stronger, slower and stronger. 3 more. Last one, lifting all the way up, holding here. With an exhale, releasing all the way down. Knees hug into the chest, little rock side to side first. And then we're going to come to meet in downward dog. So maybe you roll to one side and just press yourself up into a downward dog. Maybe you take a rock back and forth to lift up to a seat and then coming into a downward dog. So whatever works for you, let's all find our way to downward dog. If you're there already, start enjoying it by bending one knee and then the other. Warming in your joints, warming in the back of your legs, but also enjoying some traction in your spine. So finding a long spine, finding a lift in your hips. Taking a moment, heels heavy. Sit bones spread wide, chest wide open, head heavy. We'll walk feet to the hands, finding a forward fold at the front of the mat. Knees are bent a lot. Let's wrap the elbows and take a little sway side to side. Grounding into your heels, slowly, 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 rolling your way all the way up to stand. And then once you come to standing, rolling your shoulders back a couple of times and forward a couple of times. We'll move through one sun salutation together. So hands together at the heart. With an inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead. With an exhale, folding forward. Back into a plank pose. Inhaling here in a plank. With an exhale, let's take the knees down. Elbows fold back, slowly lowering all the way to the floor. With an inhale, we'll roll the shoulders open, lifting the chest, lifting your heart, lifting your palms even. Taking 2 breaths here, warming up the low back, using your back muscles to get a lift in your chest. We'll exhale to lower third eye to the mat. Inhale to press up through hands and knees. Toes tuck, exhale, downward dog. Bend one knee and then the other again, just for a moment this time. And then let's wave forward into a plank pose. Taking 3 breaths in your plank. You don't want your hips up here. You don't want your hips down here. You want a nice, long, strong, straight line from your hips, from your heels to your hips, to your shoulders, to the crown of your head. Let's bend the knees a lot and come into a flat tabletop position. And then again, in the tabletop position, you don't want your belly down here or up here. You want nice and flat. So lifting in your belly button a little bit so that you find a neutral, supported spine. Keeping that support in your spine, let's send the right leg straight back behind you. And then let's bend your right knee. Taking an inhale in. With an exhale, we're going to straighten your leg back. And you can even draw your knee in a little bit more. So draw the knee into the chest and kick it back. Here too. Power behind your heel. slow, intentional movement that could be easy to just start swinging, but let's keep the spine as stable as possible and put the power right behind your foot. 2, last 1, reaching back. Now let's round the spine, drawing your knee to your nose, pressing into your hands a lot, rounding between your shoulder blades. And then let's step your right foot forward between your hands, getting heavy in your hips, grounding into the floor, making sure your knee stays right above your ankle, your heel. Let's sweep the arms up and overhead, lifting into a lunge. You can stay with your arms supporting yourself on your leg as well. Taking a breath in here. And then with an exhale, let's sweep hands to frame the foot. And let's slide your right foot back. You want to find your blanket now. If you don't have a blanket, don't worry about it. What you want to do is come to the edge of your mat and then take your knee out to the blanket. If you don't have a blanket and you're on a rug, then you just want to open your knee wide, straddling the floor. And if you're on a rug, you can kind of just heel toe your knee out. So you're in a really wide frog position, coming down onto forearms. If you have the blanket, what we're going to do is press into both knees to squeeze your thighs in towards each other. If you don't have the blanket, you can do the same thing. Your knee isn't going to slide, but you're going to get that same energetic hug of your inner thighs toward each other. Anyway, let's go. Exhaling as you squeeze, inhaling as you release. And keep your feet flexed here, and then also here too. Try and keep a nice long straight back. Two more. Last one, squeezing it in and holding without holding your breath, taking 3 breaths. After your 3rd breath, pressing yourself back up onto hands and knees, slowly taking your knees in towards each other, walking yourself back fully onto your mat. Let's sink the hips back to the heels, releasing for a moment into a child's pose. Walking your hands back towards your knees and drawing yourself up to a seat. Let's draw up onto your knees, rooting into the knees a lot, taking hands to interlace, and then pressing your fingers away. With that, also start to lean back. With an inhale, drawing all the way up, taking hands up and overhead. Exhale, leaning back, palms forward. Inhale, drawing up. And last time, exhale, leaning back. Let's inhale up. And then we'll exhale to come right back onto your hands and knees. I'm going to go straight over to your left side. So setting yourself up strong on hands and knees. Left leg reaches back behind you. Drawing your belly button back towards your spine, getting really strong and supported. Left knee bends. And we'll start that straightening the knee out. Inhale, drawing it into the chest. Exhale, press it out. Keeping your fingers spread wide, pressing into the whole of your hand. Using your exhale to get that really powerful kick. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. And then we'll draw the knee into your chest, holding here. And stepping your left foot forward between your hands, heavy in your hips, setting yourself up to draw up into a low lunge with the knee down. Again, you can keep your hands on your front knee to help with your balance. Lifting a lot in your chest, spreading and opening in your heart. Sweeping the hands down, left foot slides back, coming back onto your table. We'll slide the blanket over to the other side, or you can flip around. I might do that because I've got more space on this side of my mat. And then setting yourself up, whether you're on the blanket or not, finding a way to be in a wide straddle, like frog-ish pose. Inhaling here, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lower, and exhale. So even though your concentration is on your inner thighs, you can still keep a focused breath. You can still press firmly into your elbows. Keep a long spine. 2 more. Last one. And let's hold here, squeezing your thighs together. Even finding a little bit of a lift and squeeze in your pelvic floor. Your inner thighs and your pelvic floor are deeply connected. Because of that, when you soften your inner thighs, make sure you actively soften your pelvic floor as well. Moving back onto your mat. Spreading your hands wide. Stepping one foot back. And then the other, lifting back up into a plank. We'll take 3 breaths. And then let's lift the hips up and away. Downward facing dog. This downward dog maybe will just hold static, lengthening your heels towards the floor, lengthening your tailbone towards the sky. Knees are bent or straight. Whichever one supports you, having a nice, long, tall spine. So walk feet forward to the hands to take a forward fold at the front of the mat. Grounding into your heels, sweeping arms out wide. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And take your blanket and place it somewhere where you have a lot of space behind you. So it's like a mat length of space behind your blanket. I might move my mat for a second so that you guys, I can be fully in the screen and show you what we're doing. I'll start actually by showing what we're going to do if you're on a carpeted floor. Inhaling, arms up and overhead. Exhale, folding, hands plant. Stepping back into a plank. Stepping forward into a forward fold. Grounding into your heels and inhale to sweep all the way up. When you do it the next time, leading with the opposite foot and then stepping forward with the opposite. Inhale, fold. Planting your hands on the bare floor. Inhale, sliding yourself back, coming into a plank. Exhale, sliding your knees up. And let's do 5 of those from now. So if you've already started, you've got 5 more. Exhale, folding. In plank. Exhale, knees in. Rooting into your heels. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold. Planting the hands. Plank. Exhale, drawing up. Grounding into the heels. Inhale all the way up. Inhaling up, and last one. Exhale, fold. Planting the hands. Plank. Exhale, knees in, grounding into the heels. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. You can take a minute to grab a sip of water while I put the mat back out. We'll meet on our mat, knees, legs wide. Let's turn the heels in, toes out, and then bend the knees a lot to sink down into a goddess pose. Let's inhale to sweep the arms wide. And then we'll start to circle the arms back. We've done a lot of arm stuff today. I know in our last class we did. So we're going to be here for a little while, settling into your heels, settling your tailbone heavy, moving from your shoulders all the way to your fingertips. Maybe it could feel nice to just pulse along with your arms. You can be distracted from how your shoulders feel by starting to get tired in your legs. Maybe you can slow down your breath. Actually, let's all take an inhale together through the nose. Let it out through your mouth. My teacher, Sherry Sidoti, when I used to go to her prenatal yoga classes billions of years ago, she would make us do this for an entire minute and breathe through it the whole time, because that was the length of a contraction. We've almost been a minute here. Sweeping the arms down, shaking them out. Inhale, sweeping the arms back up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Whew. Inhale, arms out. Heels out. Heels in, toes out, sinking back into that goddess shape. I'm going to inhale here, rooting into your right heel with an exhale, left knee to left elbow. I'm going to stay on the left. Inhale, exhale. Landing lightly if you can. Chest stays lifted, heart stays lifted, eyes forward. Two more. Last one, straight to the other side. Oh my gosh, I know. I love you guys, even if you hate me. Inhaling in. Exhale. Landing, toe to heel. I can't talk. I'm just surviving. 4 more. Last one. Landing here. We're going to finish this out really strong. Almost done. One last thing, and then we're going to come down and relax. Inhaling here, sinking in. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, goddess. Exhale, chair. Actually, let's take a powerful exhale with each jump. Almost there. And landing in a chair, hands to your heart, legs on fire. Big inhale in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One last breath. Take hands to your hips. Take your feet wider than hip width. Start to take a little rock side to side. And then grounding a lot into your heels. Start to circle your hips. Maybe close your eyes here and come back into that mentality that we started in the beginning of class of just, I say that word too much, of checking in, not on how's my day going, how's my stress level, but more, how am I doing physically? Take one more circle this direction and then the other. How do my joints feel? How do my muscles feel? Where's my breath right now? One more circle this way. And then we'll take feet hip width apart. Let's bend your left knee and catch hold of your left foot. If you're at home and you have a chair nearby or something, you can just use something to balance on. Grounding a lot into your standing foot and then drawing yourself up tall, knees together. Taking a few breaths here. Just going to turn so you can see with your hip and your heel getting as close together as they can. Wrapping that left shoulder back and down to open across your chest too. And then maybe you stay right here, or maybe you spin your hand to the inside of your foot and then start to kick into your foot. You can stay right here, or maybe it can feel good to tip forward into a dancer pose, Natarajasana. Wherever you are, breathing. Knees come together, releasing your hands down, shaking it out a little bit, getting a little jiggly. We'll go straight to the other side. So first, hip to butt, rolling your shoulder open, lifting your chest. And then you want your knees drawing in towards each other. You want a lot of length in your spine. Sliding your hand to the inside of your foot. And maybe you start to kick into your foot. Maybe you start to lean forward and even lengthen your left hand away. One more breath. And let's release down. Shaking it out again. Let's come into a tabletop position. Do this facing you. Neutral spine. Left hand slides in front of your face. Right arm sweeps up and overhead. Drawing your left shoulder underneath you more. Sweeping your arm to the sky. Taking a breath here. Joints stacked from wrist to shoulder to shoulder to wrist. Let's sweep your right arm underneath your left, bending your left elbow a lot and coming down onto your shoulder.
3 breaths here, letting your weight come into your upper body, but sending your breath into your lower back body. Rooting into your left hand. Right arm sweeps all the way up again, and then finding a little jiggle, a little shake. Planting your right hand in front of your face. Left arm peels up. Taking a cycle of breath here. Chest open, fingertips reaching for the sky. And then threading it through all the way down onto your shoulder. 3 breaths. Watching where you direct your breath, how you direct your breath, how you can use your weight to sink in more. Pressing into your right hand, left hand sweeps all the way up, giving it a little shake. Coming back on to hands and knees, sitting, hips back to your heels. Taking a moment here, palms open on your legs, eyes closed. 2 breaths. How are you? Let's tip to one side. Send your legs long first, and then we'll bend the knees out wide, drawing your heels in towards your groin, rooting sit bones down, and then lengthening your spine up. And it can feel nice to grip your foot and then lift away so you get some tractioning in your arms. Let's take 2 breaths here. Maybe you even use your thumbs pressing right into the inner arch of your foot for a little massage, just a little pressure right there. Let's slide the feet away a little bit, lengthening your spine tall, and then rounding forward into Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. You can tuck your chin here and let your head be heavy. Here too, watching your breath, filling the sides of your waist, the space around your sacrum, your mid-back, upper back, that space behind your heart. Slowly sitting yourself all the way back up. Let's open the knees wide. Take one more forward fold. You can keep a little bend in the knees or keep them straight. Feet stay active. Spine stays tall as you hinge from your hips and come forward. Very important pose to just close your eyes and be in the sensation of it. Does not matter how far forward you go. Not in the least. Staying with a steady breath, maybe with your eyes closed. You can watch how an inhale can lengthen your spine. And an exhale can allow you maybe to drop in a little bit more. Eyes are closed. Gaze is inward. Walking yourself back up to a seat. I'm going to end here, but I strongly encourage that you pause and give yourself several minutes resting and relaxing in Shavasana. If you have more than that, please take it. Take time when you can to give yourself a little love so that you can give that love to the people who you share your house with and the people who you share your communications with, because even though we're all kind of isolated, we are still communicating a lot, which is beautiful. Let's bring our best selves out by taking the time to take care of this self. Hands together at your heart. When you're ready to finish your class, take a moment with your third eye bowed to your fingertips, feeling so much gratitude for this body, for this breath, and for this practice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you at our next class.